It is Monday, the 6th day of July, 2020. We are coming off the 4th of July weekend, which saw a lot of booze, a lot of food, a lot of fucking fireworks, and the 10 dog challenge that we put our friend Jeffrey through. That and three good gripes this week. So, episode 18, complaints and observations.
The greatest podcast hosted by someone who knows so precious little about almost everything. A journey into the mediocre mind of an exceptionally average person. This is Complaints and Observations with Dave LaPointe. Who the hell is Dave LaPointe?
Good morning, good afternoon. Happy Monday. Hope all of you are doing very well, all four of you that listen to my show. Fun weekend. Fun weekend, must say. Did a lot, got a lot done. Friday, the observed holiday, we looked at some houses. As I've talked about the home search here now for a few episodes, we sold the house. Our current residence has been sold. We close, I think, third week of August. And good buyer. Probably could have got way more money for it. But my wife made a good argument about the offer came from a very solid buyer. So, and they were very flexible in terms of us moving out. So, given this banana land market right now, that was a win. So that's good. I'm gonna look at something else this afternoon. That bit of a project house, but I feel good about this. I think that this is something that we could get. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. Vibrating springs from the mic stand. So I hope you enjoyed that. 4th of July weekend, huh? How about that? Yeah. So hung out, cookout on Saturday, good times, and the 10 dog challenge took place. And we've talked about the 10 dog challenge here a handful of times. A really dumb thing that fueled by a dumb show and I don't want to call Jeff dumb, but a dumb thing for Jeff to say and do. He said that he could eat 10 dogs. The impetus for this was we were having another cookout. Well, not just a cookout, but it was just sort of grilling at our friend Matt's place, and Jeff, for whatever fucking reason out of the blue, I could eat 10 of these, no problem. And, well, that's a challenge. Done. Gauntlet has been laid, if you will. And so the grand plan started. The wheels started cranking. Rules, how we're going to do this, when we're going to do it. We gave him advance notice, which is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to fucking spring it on him randomly sometime later in the summer. But, we figured there would be more people to watch him 4th of July weekend with which to embarrass him further. And so that's what we did. And honestly, it ended up being 1, funny, 2, sad. And as you'll hear, I got audio and video, so I'm going to try to string all the videos together and put it up on the YouTube page because some of them are pretty funny. But I mean, the intro right off the bat. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the first annual 10 Dog Challenge, or Jeff being a dumbass. Here's Jeff Farnham. There are 10 dogs. He's getting ready to eat all 10 dogs in 60 minutes. the long way. Jeff, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I honestly don't remember doing the little fart noise at the end, and it might not even have been me, but it came through, and I couldn't edit that out. It was too funny. But I mean, that was just the beginning. So that's, you'll see in the video, Jeff just sitting there, 10 dogs in front of him, all giddy, ready to go. But we needed some encouragement for Jeff. So we reached out to a good source via Cameo, and who knows if this is legal. I may end up having to take this out at some point, but we secured world-renowned comedian Jim Norton to put together a cameo, just as a pep talk for Jeff. I typed out a little information for him, and this is how that went.
All right, Jeff, you fucking fat buffoon. Matt and Dave would like you to do something about that large, fleshy lump on your abdomen. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound pleasant. I guess they're concerned that you, their friend, are a fat buffoon. Those are great words. Nobody wants to be known as a fucking fat buffoon. What's your friend over there doing? I don't know. He's a fat buffoon. There's no need for any more information than that. They say you're going to be eating 10 hot dogs in an hour this 4th. No reason other than just being a fat schlub. They've replaced buffoon with schlub. So not only are you a fat buffoon, you're a fucking fat schlub who's going to eat a bunch of what are you, in a hot dog eating contest? Not that I'm any better. I'm going to shove 2 or 3 in my anus. So I guess we're both just feeding different addictions, Jeff. I can't hate you for it. But I think they're a little worried. First of all, what is the big fleshy thing on your big fat stomach, you buffoon/schlub? I don't know what it is. And why are you eating 10 hot dogs? Do you just like that? Do you going to put buns on them, or do you pull them out of the water and then just suck them down whole? 10 hot dogs in an hour is not an eating contest, by the way. If it is, you suck at eating contests. And competitive eaters are usually thin. They're not fat buffoons or fat schlubs. Matt and Dave have really had enough with that fucking fleshy lump on your abdomen. They hate it. They probably talk about it when you're not around. What do you buy, XL shirts to try to cover it, and you're hoping it will hang off your shoulder and cover the fleshy lump on your abdomen? You're really grossing everybody out. Stop eating the fucking hot dogs. Get the fucking fleshy lump taken off your abdomen and then drop a few. You fat buffoon. Fat buffoon is very funny. And you're a schlub. A clod. I'm going to throw that one in. They came up with schlub and buffoon. And I'm going to say, Jeff, you're an unsightly clod. And Matt and Dave have had enough. Stop with the fucking hot dogs.
The best part of that is obviously the usage of fat buffoon. And he got a kick out of that, which is, I mean, as the person who wrote the copy for Jim Norton, I was very pleased to hear that he enjoyed my usage of the phrase fat buffoon. But he came through big time. And so that got played. Everybody laughed. It was a good time. And then from there, we got down to the eating of the hot dogs. Jeff had no strategy other than eating the hot dogs. Now, he wanted K.M. Franks. That sort of defeated the whole purpose of making a fool out of him. I wanted to go initially with the cheapest hot dog on earth, the Bar S, which is about 99 cents for an 8-pack. And it is most likely nothing but lips and assholes. He refused flatly. So we agreed to a compromise, and I told him I would find a suitable dog, and I did, in the Ballpark all beef hot dog. He also started crying about the bun. I was going with a standard Coney Island style hot dog bun. Jeff said he wanted the inferior New England style bun, and I said, fine, we'll give you the New England style bun. But he literally just sat there and slowly ate them plain, one at a time. Started off on a really good pace. I mean, he was probably, I would say, one every 3 minutes. So, right off the jump, we were like, oh, Jesus, he's going to actually do this. He started to slow around dog 4 and 5, is when you could tell there was some slowdown. And it wasn't until he got to around 7 that you could really see, okay, this is becoming a problem. And so from there, as time is ticking away, he gets through the 7th dog. It's like, all right, well, we're moving, we're doing okay. Starts on his 8th dog, and it's slow. I mean, it is slow going. Very prolonged chews. He starts complaining about the salt content in the hot dogs, which made for some funny jokes. But you could tell that this was not going to happen. So at some point, we moved him into the house because he was whining about the sun and the heat outside. Which, now that I think about it, had he stayed outside the entire time in the sun, that and the salt content probably would have fucking turned his hands into hot dogs. Because his fucking hands would have swollen up like balloons. Swelled up was the word I was looking for. Like fucking balloons between the salt content and the heat. It's gross, huh? Just gross thinking about it, ain't it? Yikes. So we got him in the house, and he's sitting at the bar, and he's eating. And there was about 6 or so minutes to go. And then,
ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Farnham at the 10 Dog Challenge. It's currently 6 minutes to go. What say you?
I'm tapping out at 9 1/4 dogs.
Unbelievable.
He's pulling a Joe Biden. My time's up.
Unbelievable.
It's just not happening. There's too much salt in my body right now, and my stomach is full. And reversal of fortune is a no-go. So
wait, hold on. You feel this bad. You're gonna feel this bad no matter what. You're not gonna feel worse than if you eat that fucking dog. Hey, go.
as my just a lifelong lesson for myself, I've never given in to peer pressure. And once again, I will not.
But now I will.
I'm going to bow out.
Change my mind.
Maybe you shouldn't run your mouth about eating 10 hot dogs.
At 8 3/4 dogs, which is still quite the feat.
Loser! No!
I don't think anyone else is going to be
failure. Okay, well, listen. That's it from the 10 Dog Challenge.
The 9 1/4 dog.
It's probably 8.5 dog challenge. Apparently, is what it came down to. So
It doesn't have the same ring.
listen, you're getting the old. Oh boy,
This is not family friendly.
this is the wooden dick. It means you're done.
Dick of the year.
The old dick of the year.
Is this going on here?
Yes. Thanks for watching. This has been Complaints and Observations, the 10 Dog Challenge. Jeff is a massive fucking failure.
you'll know what the wooden dick part is once you watch the video. Matt has a bottle opener that's shaped like a penis. It's incredibly immature and funny at the same time. It's the kind of content you should expect here on Complaints and Observations. Okay, an update though. So I saw Jeff yesterday. He said he was fine. Said he felt good, no problem. However, a bit of a curveball here. Heard from Jeff via the Complaints and Observations voicemail feature that you can find at the bottom of every show. There's a link there. You click it, you record your message. It comes right to me via my library on the site. I get an email of it. It works fucking perfectly. Easiest way to get involved with the show. Please do it. If you listen to the show and haven't done it yet, you're an asshole. There's only like 4 or 5 anyway, so the least you could do is that. Anyway, did hear from Jeff, and it wasn't all good.
Hey, it's Jeff from the Hot Dog Challenge. We're like 42 hours post ending, and I'm finally having my exit interview, and it's not good. I knew as soon as I woke up and tightened my belt that things would start happening, and I made it to my first stop, and it started, and it really took a toll on me. I'm sweating. I'm out of breath. Do I have regrets? No, but I don't feel good right now.
The poor bastard. I mean, honestly, I do feel, I feel bad for him. I feel partially responsible. Only partially responsible. He started it. That is a fact. And I wish I had that on tape. Because the ego on this young man, astonishing. And then the fact that his own brother, Mark, I know you're listening. You're one of the 4 or 5 listeners I have currently. You said he could do it, and I doubted you, and I doubted him, and I was proven correct, which is one of my favorite things on earth, is to be proven right. I am very narcissistic in that way, but in that way, God, I fucking suck at this talking into a microphone thing. But honestly, the Hot Dog Challenge, I think, was a massive success. 17 plus minutes of content for the show, which you can't beat that. Love that. I took a bunch of videos, like I said, so hopefully today I can get to that tonight, maybe, and get that posted, and I'll put an update up on the Instagram page, the Twitter page, blah 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 blah, all that crap, and so that you guys can watch it, and enjoy the comments from the peanut gallery, because the gallery wasn't extensive. We kept the gathering under 10 people, excluding children. There was all the various spawn running around the place all day. But yeah, it was fun. Good time. So that's it for the Hot Dog Challenge. I can tell that each and every one of you is enraptured right now, thinking, what could you possibly do to top the 10 Dog Challenge? Well, nothing. That might be the pinnacle of the program right there. So you're a witness to history. No, I shouldn't say that. It's not really history. It's terrible, but what can you do? It's terrible with terrible, or slightly less terrible with terrible. Yeah. But But yeah, so that's it. 3 gripes coming up. Check it out. I hope you enjoyed that terrible commercial. If you tell your friends about the show, I could add different commercials. Or if you know anyone, or if you own a business and would like to sponsor the show, I'll give you a great rate. Pennies, really. But as I mentioned, it is Monday. It is time for 3 gripes. I have a bunch of gripes. A lot of good stuff that I came up with and that had happened over the weekend, and things that pissed me off and things that annoyed the piss out of me. The first thing, gripe number 1, fireworks. I have no fucking use for these things. And I've never been a firework guy. Is it because I don't like loud noises? Perhaps. I don't know. Is it because my ears are damaged from years of heavy metal? Perhaps. But I just don't see the... I don't know. I don't see the excitement. It's like noise, bang, light, and that's it. Like, fuck that nonsense. And then, 4th of July rolls around, and it's probably a 2-month window where every jackass around you is lighting off fireworks for no fucking reason. They're illegal in the state of Massachusetts, but the heathens up north in New Hampshire, you can buy them there. The northern rednecks will sell you all the fucking fireworks you want, advertise on every radio station in Massachusetts to get you to drive to New Hampshire so that you can procure the contraband, bring it, smuggle it back into Massachusetts and blow something up. Ooh. And please don't tell me that, don't say, oh, it's fun. How's that fun? The potential for injury is high. No matter how careful you are, you're dealing with essentially gunpowder. And so the odds of hurting yourself, I wouldn't say are terribly high, but they're higher than if you didn't play with the gunpowder. And I think the payoff that you get is, nanoseconds. You're going to go through all that work to either buy it from some shady prick in a Shaw's parking lot out of the back of a van, or drive to Nashua, New Hampshire, buy them, bring them back. You have to set up for it. You got to get ready. So you got to make sure that no one's around in terms of, the general area, because you don't want something to happen. Like a bottle rocket, for example. If you don't either stick it in the ground or put it in the bottle like you're supposed to do, it can go fucking anywhere. If you put it in the bottle could somehow tip over. Next thing you know, it's shooting up someone's asshole. I'm not seeing the payoff, and quite frankly, I'm tired of them, especially this year, because it seems to be, with everybody more or less sort of stuck in the house. Not so much here in Massachusetts anymore, because for the most part, we're a little bit smarter than everyone else. Doesn't mean we're better than anyone else, but we're a tad smarter than everyone else. We've kind of got this thing under a bit of control. I'm petrified that people are going to be very lax on it. And look, I've been lax on it. I need to sort of rein that in a tad, but and my thinking is that because everyone's been stuck in the house, they've been buying fireworks to light shit off. Wow, great. So exciting. I'm just fucking done with them because there's nothing worse than you just sitting watching TV and all of a sudden there's a fireworks show going on and God knows where, and all you can hear is fucking bangs. The other night they didn't fucking stop until, I don't know, 2 a.m., something like that. They were fucking still going around here. And I live in an exceptionally quiet area. But I mean, Friday, the 3rd of July, there was a fireworks exhibition here that lasted a solid hour. You get some moron lighting shit off in their backyard. More than likely. Allegedly. I just fucking hate it. You know? I don't like it. And there's no way I'm alone in this feeling. No fucking way. And that's it. Yeah. That's the end of that rant because there isn't much more you can say. You can't really, expound on that, can you? I hate fireworks? No, probably not. I could say they're stupid, which they are. And they're surprisingly expensive, too. If you ever seen how much these things cost, if you go and buy them in New Hampshire, well, probably because, it costs money to insure the building. It costs money to insure, the transport from one place to another. And then, there's a markup. Because it's a, explosive device. But I mean, it's just dumb. Don't be dumb. Don't buy them. It's fucking stupid. Let somebody else handle it. Let a professional handle it. But then again, professionals in this day and age are frowned upon for some weird fucking reason. Because people are fucking stupid. Yeah. That one made me mad. The next two made me laugh, but that one made me angry. Angry elf with that one. Gripe number 2. Inconsiderate assholes who feel the need to play the speaker on their phone when they're having a conversation in a public place. Case in point, Friday morning, the wife and I are having breakfast. And this crackhead in a booth decides that she's going to have a conversation with her mother. The speakerphone is on, and she's loud to begin with. I said it before the phone call even started. I said to Jen, Jesus Christ, she's loud. And it was probably when she was giving her order to the waiter who was standing right there. She needed to yell. Nope, that's just her normal tone of voice. Loud. Probably from the pills. And then proceeded to have a 10-minute conversation with her mother on the phone, yelling. The volume on the phone is way too fucking loud. Granted, the restaurant wasn't busy, so it's not as if she's interrupting numerous people's breakfast, just a handful. But I've never understood that. What makes you fucking think that anyone else gives a shit about your conversation? Because you should know that people are going to fucking hear that. When you have the volume on the phone cranked up, you should fucking know that. And if you don't, you're a fucking idiot. You're an asshole. You're already a selfish fucking twat for playing the goddamn thing so that everybody can fucking hear it. There's decorum when using a cell phone. And the problem is, as the years have gone by, when cell phones first came out, they treated it as a telephone. Now it's treated as, part of your body. And I'm fucking guilty, just like everybody else, of constantly looking and touching and doing everything with this goddamn telephone. And honestly, it's a trait that I have. It's not fear of missing out. It's just fear of not knowing. And granted, they could be looked at as the same, but I don't think that's it. So I'm not missing anything. It's just it's this inherent need to know shit constantly. So the phone is always there, and so a lot of people have the concept of having a private conversation for a lot of people is gone. Everything is out in the open. Everybody knows everything about everybody now. It's good and it's bad. It's mostly bad. I would say it's like 55-45. Bad to good. But when you're having a conversation with somebody, especially a relative, especially in a public setting, turn off the fucking speaker. If you're outside walking around, your backyard, or if you're walking down the street, although walking down the street's pretty fucking bad too. Nobody wants to hear that. But if you're at home, you can play the fucking speaker all you want. But if there's anybody around you that doesn't need to hear this conversation, you should not have your speaker on. It's really fucking simple. It's not hard. Yet, this young lady with a bevy of issues, I'm sure, and I'm making an assumption. I don't like doing that. I don't like judging. I don't like it. I'm judging this woman because she annoyed the fuck out of me with this goddamn telephone. Gripe number 3. And it's a gripe. It's an observation more so than a gripe, but it's a gripe just because it's funny and it's weird. We all have, if you're on the Instagram, we all have one or two Instagram friends, dudes, that follow every single Instagram model. We all have them. I have 2. I have one kid who used to work for me back in the day. Great kid. Honestly, he's one of the funniest kids I ever met. Super guy. Horny as fuck, apparently. And then another is an old high school friend who I haven't talked to in 20 years? Whoa. Yeah. Maybe even more than that. But anyway, we're Instagram friends, as that's what social media does. Him more so than the other one. Follows every single fucking Instagram model. Instagram has that discover feature when you go and you click on the little magnifying glass and it just brings up a bunch of random posts sort of based on what you've clicked on and who you follow and et cetera, et cetera. So most of my stuff is filled with, sports stuff and old houses and golf, cigars, booze, shit like that. But I'm like every other dude. I occasionally will click on some of these chicks and it's funny because you're like, all right, well, wow, who's this? And you look at her profile. It's like, oh, okay, yep, she's way too young. And it's like, oh, and then it says followed by this dude and this dude and this dude. It's like, god damn, guy. So the last time I noticed it the other day. And this girl's she's a professional wrestler. So that's probably, I would say that was probably why I clicked on her profile. But it said, and it clicked. I'm like, oh, God, he follows this broad too. I didn't even know he liked wrestling. Well, that's when I clicked on his name, went to see who he followed, and it was just, I would say he followed 400 to 500 people. And I would say 95% of them were Instagram models. It's like, good fucking grief, dude. Of all the places to go to get that sort of content, I wouldn't have imagined that Instagram would be the place that you would do it. But this young man seems, he feels differently. He enjoys the content that these young women pump out on a regular basis. And it's what a fascinating business model, by the way. You're attractive enough that people are going to follow you when you post your pictures. Then again, I mean, Christ, fucking all dudes. Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. You don't even have to be attractive. You have one nice feature, you're gonna do fucking very well. I can't imagine it's the same for guys. I don't know. Maybe I should just take pictures of my beard and post it and see what happens. Should be an Instagram beard model. I have a nice beard. I have a nice head of hair for the most part. Although I think my hairline is retreating a bit. Getting a little thin on top. And what can you do? That's age. But I wonder if that's the same. I wonder if that's the case for dudes. I don't want to start searching like bearded dudes on Instagram because then who knows what's going to pop up. Nothing that I want to see. But yeah, we all have that friend, that Instagram friend, who follows all of them. And I think it's weird. If you follow one or two, all right, whatever. That's fine. But all of them? Or a ton of them? That's a bit much, no? Again, when you have so many other avenues to get that kind of content, unless here's something I just thought of. Let's say he's a staunch anti-nudity person, anti-pornography person, hardcore, hates it, can't have it. So instead, he looks at clothed Instagram models. I don't know, maybe. That'd be an interesting tact. Somebody who's staunchly anti-pornography, yet will look at every single Instagram model's profile. I mean, it works, right? I don't know. I really don't know what I'm talking about here or about anything else. But that jumped out at me the other day, and I thought it was funny. So I figured I would pass that along to the show. If you have thoughts, please share them. Complaints Pod at Twitter. Complaints and Observations Pod on Instagram. Show mail at complaintsandobservations.com. You can search Complaints and Observations on YouTube. Should have the 10 Dog Challenge video up sometime in the next 48 to 72 hours to figure out how to edit these phone videos. If you have my number, send me a text. Give me a call. You know, I'm not going to share my number, but, you know, if you have it, let me know. There's a Facebook page that I never look at, but you can check it out there as well. And again, the voicemail feature on every episode page, whatever medium you're using, Spotify, iTunes, Google, other ones, I don't know. But that's it for episode 18. We're rolling right along here. 18 fucking episodes, and I'm into this thing, you know. I'll keep this going. I'm unemployed. I got nothing else to do. So we'll keep this going. We'll keep this rolling. You know, I need some more equipment because I do want to get some guests in there. And I've said this since episode 4. But I might have a lead on some equipment. So we'll see what happens. But that's it. Thank you very much as always. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Godspeed. Ta-ta.